The year is 1915. Construction begins on the Lincoln Memorial. Babe Ruth hits his first home run. And one motor company builds its 1 millionth automobile. In Akron, Ohio, retailer William O'Neill founds the General Tire and Rubber Company to serve the developing automotive market. The Great Depression leads to diversification, and General invests in local radio stations, then a radio network. In 1940, news of European unrest dominates the airwaves. And a group of researchers in California, led by Dr. Theodore von Karman, develop a jet engine for propeller-driven aircraft and form the Aerojet Engineering Corporation. The JATO engine contributes to the war effort as America and her allies prevail. And as World War II ends, thousands of courageous American soldiers return home safely to their families. General Rubber supplies polymers to Aerojet for the Aerobee rocket and soon buys the company to form the Aerojet General Corporation. Encouraged by its success in radio and television broadcasting, General buys the RKO Radio Pictures movie studio.
In the early 50s,
tensions rise as the Cold War intensifies, and Aerojet General's rocket motors power a series of missiles that protect our troops and our homeland. The 1960s herald the dawn of the space age, and both Aerojet General and Rocketdyne build engines for the rockets and spacecraft that carry America's astronauts to space. Apollo inspires a new generation of young explorers and rocket scientists. University enrollment swells as students flock to study engineering and math. Captivated by the drama of this monumental achievement, the world holds its collective breath as men from Earth walk on the surface of the moon. In the 1970s, America launches a series of satellites into orbit around the Earth and sends robotic explorers into the solar system. Focused on the aerospace and defense industries, we expand our missile defense capabilities to protect our shores. By the 1980s, American spaceships routinely journey to low Earth orbit and venture to the farthest reaches of our solar system. In 1987, General Tire, Aerojet General, and RKO General become subsidiaries of a newly formed holding company, GenCorp. GenCorp formed the Easton Development Company to develop 6,000 acres of excess GenCorp land east of Sacramento, California. The 21st century brings a series of impressive accomplishments, including landings on Mars and a mission to Pluto. In 2013, GenCorp purchases Pratt & Whitney Rocketdyne, uniting two iconic companies to build rocket engines for the next generation of space exploration vehicles. The company is also involved in the emerging commercial space sector. Aerojet Rocketdyne continues to innovate with technologies for non-toxic green propellant, cutting-edge additive manufacturing, and the development of an all-new rocket engine, the AR-1. Today, Aerojet Rocketdyne Holdings is dedicated to defending freedom, strengthening our nation's ability to protect its shores, and exploring our solar system. If we can do all this in our first 100 years, just imagine what we can do in the next 100 years.